Trucker Rod and the S.E.E channel. So Tuesday night, we're running pretty much ahead of schedule yesterday. So I went live on Sunday. Yesterday, I got a heads up by my second stop that Virginia from Bluefield down into Roanoke, Martinsville, they were going to get slammed today, Tuesday, like 3 in the morning of a wintry storm. They were talking like anywhere from 8 to 10 inches, along with rain afterwards. So before we get further into the discussion here, if you could like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps with the algorithm to get these videos pushed out and widespread into out in the YouTube world, and hopefully build this channel a little quicker than what it's been doing. But anyhow, I had a comment today, and I'll address that. But back to the storm. So yesterday, I really didn't know the storm was going to be coming in, and it did. It came in fiercely and quick, fast overnight. So by my second stop, I said, man, I have got to get into Roanoke and not play around. So as I pulled out of that second stop, I started calling all of my customers ahead of time to make sure docks were cleared, and people were going to be right there when I got into the unmanned warehousing and stuff like that. So things went swimmingly. By the time I got out of Martinsville and all my stops done for the day, I had probably a good 3.5 hour drive or more to from Martinsville up and around through Roanoke out to Glade Springs, there outside of Bristol, Tennessee. Blue skies, calm, and literally as I came up the 581 on the 81 there out of Roanoke, you could see the moon in the blue skies, and I said, man, I can't believe there's going to be a storm coming, because I don't see a cloud in the sky westerly. So I just, slow and steady wins the race. I mean, as soon as I got that last stop, I said, all right, I'm good. I just wanted to use up my drive clock and get to that Petro there, because that would put me, I think it put me just under 30 minutes, 25 minutes to my first stop this morning. So that in case in point, I got there after 7:30 last night, settled in, post-trip, got all set for the morning, had some dinner, talked to the wife, and then I went to bed. Somewhere around 3 o'clock in the morning, I got up, used the restroom, and yeah, the snow was here. It was 2 to 3 inches of snow, and the rain ensued later on. It was snowing then, but it was a heavy, wet mix. But the rain ensued when I went to leave there in the morning, around between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So that rain on top of all that snow, it was just like trying to drive through a slushy snow cone. And got up to my customer there outside of Chilhowie, and I was a little concerned about just getting traction and moving around, trying to turn around where the way they're positioned and the way their lot is. But I did make it happen. Got turned around, we got unloaded. It was pouring rain then. It comes with the territory. But it really wasn't that bad, because I knew once I got out of there, and I did get out unscathed. Got back out on the 81 as I went through Bristol, because I figured I want to go as far west as I can and grab the 26 up. I did that, and I want to say 10-15 miles into once I crossed the Tennessee line, green grass and just rain, no snow. So I really front run that, and I want to say kept myself from really dealing with a lot of I want to say adversity dealing with the snow if I was farther deeper easterly into Virginia. So I positioned myself well, and had to only deal with that snow for a little bit. Got out and just dealt with rain all day, and that's all I had to deal with. And I am very blessed and happy I did that, and was told ahead of time. So we are sitting at the Casey's in Richmond, Kentucky. Now this is exit 97 off I-75. This truck stop used to be called the Wow Truck Stop. It was a mom and pop place, but they had run it in the ground about as bad as a pilot would be. Casey's has come in, and I've known about Casey's since way back when I did reefer and other stuff for Ryder Logistics. So like Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Oklahoma, there's a lot of Casey truck stops out there and other off-brands like this. So Casey's also bought down in Middlesboro, which I've stayed at. Used to be a pilot there on the 25 just before the tunnel there in Middlesboro, Kentucky. That's now a Casey's. So this Casey's took this over. They got the inside of the store all renovated and done nice. I think they're waiting for the weather to break. The drive entrance to come in here is all busted up, so you got to really go slow because you can definitely bottom your bumper into some of them potholes coming in. But I think they'll do a good job getting the parking lot and the drive coming in really, I want to say, renovated up to make it nice and smooth upon entry. So they look like they're doing the right thing, and I'm glad they took it over. So they've renovated the 3 showers. They're done. I went in and looked at them. $8 for a shower compared to a Petro TA or a Love's, which is around $17. So we got in here a little while ago, a couple hours ago, hour and a half, and just kind of got everything ready for the morning, got my food laid out and all that. So now chime in with you all. Yeah, so I was kind of concerned of what that weather may entail, but boy did I nip that good. So I never had to see any of it, but I can tell you that seeing the trucks coming down from Northern Virginia coming south towards Tennessee this morning, packed full of snow and all that jazz and vehicles. So very happy that I missed that bullet. I'm just getting ecstatic to get away from February here. So where are we at? February 11th, 2 more weeks, maybe 3 tops, and I should see, other than rain, I should see decent weather and better temps. So the weather has been staying around 34 degrees, so it was right on the brink of freezing. So if it got below 32, like 30, 28, I'd probably would see some freezing black ice and all that jazz out here. Now, earlier I got a comment on the Self-Educated Entrepreneur Facebook page and said, I don't know how you do it out there, driving with the crazies and all that. And I said this the other day. I enjoy driving. If I was financially positioned, and I've said this, if my wife and I were financially positioned differently, we would probably have a different conversation. It'd be, my time out here. But since we are not, and I'm the sole provider, this has been very, I want to say, relaxing. This weather did not bother me today. I didn't get on the edge of the seat. See, I've been doing this long before I went into healthcare, and I've always driven in adverse weather. I've always dealt with traffic. I've been around the United States driving truck. I've been through Canada from, up through Hamilton, Toronto, Montreal, back in the 90s. So a lot of things, that those people don't realize of me, what I've done. And I do this because I enjoy it, because I want to, not because I have to. Could you say I have to because I got financial responsibilities? Yes, but then I have to work because I have financial responsibilities. But for me to go back into a setting where I'm working elbow to elbow with people every day, whether it's back in healthcare, back into a manufacturing, back into, a 9 to 5 office, or whatever, or a shop, that I'm probably going to be more annoyed. And this to me is just, I enjoy the change of scenery. I've always liked it. When I was in healthcare in the hospital, I would always go to a window when we're in between doing tests on patients, just stare, sit and stare out a window. Or in the cafeteria, I would always go down and sit by a window. That's just me. I like having my view. Even in the mornings at home, our backyard, we get a lot of wildlife, as you've all seen, and that's relaxing. That's us. My wife has spent 20 years in Seattle. She's gotten to see the mountains and the parks, and the all that nice scenery and outdoors. And both of us are like that. We like to travel. We like to see different places, and it doesn't bother me to be out here on the road, to say the least. A lot of people get anxiety. A lot of people get worked up being in this field, doing what I do. A lot of them can't handle being away from home. We're human beings are creatures of habit. So therefore, they get in a routine. And for me, I've always changed up my routine. I don't like being in that steady, constant routine. I like things changed. It builds character, and it definitely gives you experience in life, especially when life throws you curveballs. You can, dodge things, and you can find solutions on the fly when life does throw you a sour grape, and you need to make a hasty decision, but a rational decision, at the spur of the moment. So no, I love being out here. I told my wife today, before that comment came in, I said, I wish you could be out here today and just enjoy the mountain pass and the scenery. Now, that ride along I did from South Williams, that I said was going to drop today from South Williams up to Charleston, let's chime in on that one. That one ran over what the SD card would hold, and I think it got corrupt. So I got it onto the GoPro app, and I went to pull it off, and it wouldn't budge off from the app and onto the phone into the editor. So I tried to edit and shrink it down, and the GoPro app wouldn't let me edit because the file was too big. So I played around with it on and off for 4 days, and I finally just bailed on it last night and deleted it. I knew I was going to go across the 119 today, so what I had recorded is from Whitesburg, Kentucky, across the 19 to the Cumberland, to the town of Cumberland. So like Piney Woods in the Cumberland Gap. So you're going to get to see some awesome mountain pass driving and switchbacks. And in the winter, I'm going to do that again when I go back across, like the spring or summer, when everything's all greened up and bloomed and stuff like that. So I got to see some really great, that's a great, I want to say mountainous. It's the Kentucky Scenic Byway on the 119 there. So from Whitesburg to Middlesboro. But I just filmed up to Cumberland because I was looking at my clock, and it was up to about an hour right there. So I don't want to max out that SD card. So that way I can download it, which I'm going to do tonight, and start getting it edited, and then I'll put in the community post when that one will drop. I want to say today's Tuesday, so probably Thursday or Friday I can get that one out. So anyhow, I've got to get up into Lexington in the morning, drop the last, I think I still got about I'm less than a quarter of a trailer load, and then go around the corner about 45 minutes and pick up a backhaul going back up to our building. So get all that done, and then I just pass through Louisville when I go back, and up around Indianapolis, and up into GR there, Grand Rapids. So anyhow, the truck's coming due for a PM, and what is going on is the ABS and traction control is still disabled because there is a short in the wire harness coming off the control module that widespreads to all the axles on the truck. So they said instead of trying to track down where this short is, or if it's in one of the Deutsch pins of one of the plugs, this and that, they just bought a whole new wire harness. They're going to lay it over top of the old one. Instead of gutting the old one out of the frame rails and cab and all that, they're just going to run that one throughout the rear axles, front axle, and out of the cab. And basically, that'll cover everything new, because last year this time, they had the dash taken out. They had to get a new control module. They put all new sensors at the wheels, and the air traction control, the air modules at the frame rails going to the wheels. So those were all replaced, but not the main harness. So I don't know. I am just still, I've been looking at used trucks like late 90s, early 2000s, Peterbilt's, Kenworth's. You know, when they made a truck that actually could go 1,000,000 miles and last, but now you can't even get 300,000-400,000 miles, and this truck has had the whole ABS and traction control system completely redone. This is 2022, but the first 2 years, all that was done. Last summer, 3-axle alignment, they'd done twice. The axles were so far out of line, they chewed up the tires, so they had to put new tires on it. And the right front steer tire is cupping, which is notorious for Goodyear to do that. Goodyear is notorious for... I am not a Goodyear fan when it comes to these steer tires on Class 8 trucks. So Michelin, Firestone, Bridgestone, I've ran them all back in the day, and I had those big jumbo wide tires on the front with the 20,000-pound axles when I did the Michigan Special Heavy Haul. Anything but a Goodyear lasted, and it didn't prematurely wear out. So I got that going on. The PM's coming up, and hopefully they can do the wire harness same time, so I may have to take one of our day cabs and run it, either for a week or a couple days, whatever it may entail. I'm going to check with them tomorrow, and once I get that backhaul on board and head back up, I'll give them a call and see what I'm going to have. I probably I'll have enough hours when I get back to cover a full day's worth of work. So hopefully that'll be available and going. So, yeah, so anyhow, that storm, I hustled yesterday to really get the product off the truck, and every customer knew why I was trying to get in, get out. And they worked with me, and props to them, and I appreciate them all for helping me out. And there's some that watch this channel, so they know, and made the transition to not have to fight the Mother Nature and the storm today. So minimize that, got me to where I am, well positioned, low key, low stress, slow steady wins the race. And that's all I did today, and you know, just took it easy and stayed calm, and let my experience just get me from A to B and to C and D. And so yeah, so I think we're gonna take a look and see what we want and types of soups I got here, and indulge in some dinner, download that video, work on that for a spell, and then call it a night. So when the weather breaks, right now I've been dealing with 0-degree temps, snowstorms, snowy days where it's hard to be out in the parking lot walking around the truck. But when this weather breaks and I'm down in a warm temp area, and like it's not raining like it is right now, it's just raining cats and dogs. I'm gonna get outside and start talking about, like, going over this new lift gate, to talking about some pre-trip stuff that I do. I want to open up some of the hatches and just show you the tools I carry when I'm out here working, and you know what I keep to get me by when I'm in a remote area in the Appalachians, that if I got to make a minor repair or such. So I'll pull everything, lay everything out, and just talk about it. You know, things I do as a routine around the truck, because I'm with this truck all week, so I know this truck, and so I'll know right away to spot something that wasn't there the day before. So like pre-trips, post-trips, and just get out and start walking around outside. So that should be coming up in a couple weeks. So look for me to be out of the truck, out of the seat, and more outside, walking around and having discussions with y'all. So again, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Help us grow and get the algorithm, motivated and going on this. And until next time, folks, stay safe. Continue educating yourself. Knowledge is learned and not taught. And we will see you all in the next video.